Welcome back, my sweet friends. School is in session for most of our little sweethearts. And we worry about, do they have all their supplies? Do they have their books? But eating healthy at school and at home is also top of mind. I know it is for me. I'm so delighted to have Mary Darton from the American Heart Association here to help us keep our kids' heart healthy at school. Thanks for being here. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm actually a food service director. I am a partner with the American Heart Association.
I love it. And that's why you're here, and that's why we need you.
Yes.
So, you know what? How do we keep our kids eating healthy at school? Because sometimes making those healthy choices when there's not always a lot of healthy things out there, what do they need to do at school?
You know what? To eat a healthy meal at school, a child needs to come to school and come to the cafeteria because
Okay.
every meal we serve is healthy.
Love it.
We follow federal guidelines for meals that are based on recommendations from physicians in the American Heart Association, the FDA, the dietary guidelines. These are all science-backed dietary guidelines for us to plan menus, and they have us with lots of whole grains and fruits and vegetables. So there's lots of variety that we can offer to students. So all a student has to do is come to school and come to the cafeteria to get a healthy meal.
And I'm sure if they ask also the workers that are there to help them pick out some of the healthy foods, they'd be willing to do that, which is so nice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Our lunch ladies and food dudes are there to guide our students through the cafeteria and the lunch line and to help them see what choices are there, encourage them to try things, and encourage them over and over to try things because we know we're trying to set lifelong healthy eating habits.
Yes,
so
not to
we
have
are there
to be picky, so that's sure. So
Yes.
I want to ask you this too. When our kids are making it, sometimes they make their own lunches. What do we need to include, or what should they include in those lunches at home?
I think it's important for our kiddos to have a good lean protein source.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have a whole source of whole grains that's going to keep their bellies full and going throughout the rest of their day. We need to have something crunchy and sweet, delicious, fresh fruits and vegetables, and maybe a little dessert from home. And if they bring their own beverage, that's great, but we have milk for sale at school, so they can get chocolate or white milk at school to go along with their packed lunch from home. So we want to make sure there's good sources of protein, lean whole grains and vegetables and fruits.
And there's also some other habits they really need to get back into: a sleep schedule, exercising. That's all a part of the Heart Association's Life's Essential 8, right?
Yes, it's funny, but we learn as children how we're going to act later in life as adults. So this is when we learn those good, healthy habits. This is when we've got to start getting good night's sleep. If you have breakfast in the morning, either at home or at school, that's so important to get those bodies ready to go for the day. And then being present in school every day, attendance is really, really important.
Yes.
And also, enjoying themselves at school with friends, and learning how to be good humans as well as good students.
That's a perfect message. I love it. And I wanted to just add also for parents, guardians, and grandparents, overly communicate with your kids and make sure their mental health is also being addressed, because we know that is so important. Thank you for joining us today. You have great tips for us. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Of course. Happy school year to all those sweethearts out there. If you have any ideas, my friends, on what you would like to see on our show, you can send them to us at WNEM-4 p.m. news at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.